What's that D stand for? Hey everybody, Card Dreamer here, coming at you on behalf of D-Class, Derailed, and all things D-Class related, and today, bringing you a review unboxing for a figure wasn't expecting me to get, because I'm really not thrilled with the Mutant Mayhem trailer myself. I'll probably see the movie, but not in theaters. But I kind of like the turtle figures, so I wanted to collect some of them. I'm not going to collect all of them. I don't like the design for all the characters, especially Rocksteady and Bebop, but that's just me. But no, I kind of like the turtles, so I kind of wanted to get it. This is a Target exclusive. There's this one and a Leonardo. I didn't see the Leo there. I would have bought it. $15 plus tax. Not bad at all, actually, to me. I don't think that's too bad. Figure alone's $10. These glow in the dark, so that's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to be able to showcase that feature, but still, I want to take a look at the little figures. I think that'd be fun. And yeah, so let's get these opened up. Actually, before I do that, I want to take a look at the back of the box too. So we have the Raphael and his little bio. Baby turtle. That's a turtle tot. That's a turtle. That's a tater tot. Damn pudgy. I don't want to hear it. And got Raphael. So, anyway, yeah, I think that the boxes are pretty cool, actually. I'm not going to complain. So, yeah, now let's take a look at this. And here we go, out of the box. And let me say, the hardest one to get out was freaking Potato Sack here. He was oh my gosh, was he a piece of work to get out. Freaking chunky monkey, this one. Like, seriously, diet. How do you go from this to this? Like, oh my gosh. It must have been like cookie dough pizza the whole freaking time, let me tell you. But anyway. So like what's cool is like there's a red dotted paint on the turtle. I guess that does one just to show the case that it's Raph, and two, that'll distinguish it from the Leonardo one when you get it. So you always know what actually went to what's that. I'm actually surprised this guy has articulation. The arms go up and down. The feet don't do anything. But the waist actually turns side to side. He does turn. And so does the head. I'll showcase the head if I can. Like, and he does that from both sides. Let me show you. I'll turn his waist. So yeah, there you go. It's got the waist turn. Looks a little weird, but I mean, it can do it. So I'm actually impressed. His little protective, his little safety size, if you will. And then you got Raphael, and yeah, there's some articulation here. You got ankle articulation. There is knee articulation. It's covered by the knee pads here. And I actually think that's kind of a cool idea that you don't see the bend in the joint, so it doesn't like break you out of the pose. Because like the BST figures, they show it, and it can kind of throw you out of the look of the figure. So even NECA can show it sometimes. So it's I thought that was a pretty neat little compromise. The arms go up and down, wrists, elbows, the head, all that good stuff. I don't think he turns at the... Well, let's find out, shall we? Okay, so now he doesn't turn at the waist, but in addition to the bend at the knees and ankles, the legs actually twist, so you can definitely pose them different way. The arm, same with the arms. So I'm impressed for Playmates' new turtle line. Like, for as far as articulation goes, like as a kid, these are things you really would have wanted. And I mentioned this in another video that I'm not sure I'm going to put up before or after this, but I think that's a cool thing. Like, we know NECA gives those kind of joints, but NECA is a very expensive, quote unquote, toy line. It's like starting $35 a figure plus tax, and that's hard to justify spending for a child per se. It's more geared towards the adult collectors who have that nostalgia. This is, but as kids, those are features you really would have liked. You know, you're used to Playmates. You're like, hey, in the original old school Playmates, you're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And the imagination was in your head. Everything was in your head as far as your articulation, what you saw them doing. So it's really cool to have that kind of articulation now for kids figures. I give Playmates really good. I give them kudos for that. I'm really appreciative of that. The other thing I'm actually appreciative of, this is something I've only seen NECA do. So this kind of comes with its own, background, little set. I guess you can take your photos like a lot of people do with their figurines. It's kind of cool to have a little backdrop. So I thought that was kind of cool that Playmates is doing that, at least for something. I'm not saying they do it for all their figures. I don't know. I haven't collected a Playmate figure really in a long time. But I think this is really cool. So, again, I give Playmates props. You really... And there is a holsters, by the way, for his size on the belt. Always got to point that out. Size are a little big. Like, it's funny. These are, like, almost more realistic proportion-wise than those are. But then the turtle, what's proportionate for a potato sack? But, yeah, I'm happy. I'm really think this is going to be fun. I don't know if I'm going to get it to glow. Well, let's take a look. All right, so you didn't see anything. That means they really weren't glowing. Whether that's because I only just now got them, they weren't supercharged or anything. That could be a possibility, but honestly, I think it's just they're not going to glow. I mean, very few things get charged on LED lights because there's no... It's not solar light, not natural light. But regardless, I think it's cool that they do glow in the dark. If you put them in a nice room where they can get natural sunlight and charge, I think you can make some cool displays with that in the Leo. It'd be cool to see them like glow in a display case and all that. But yeah, so leave your comments down below. I would love to know what you think of the Mutant Mayhem turtles. I know there's been a little controversy in how they look, the gender swapping on a couple of characters, but it's funny. Like, that's kind of part of the reason I don't want to see it. But I'm gonna support the line. Like, I'll support the things that I like. And a lot of people might think it's a cop out, but the turtles have their own multiverse, which is a good thing as well. Because it allows everybody to have their own Ninja Turtles. There doesn't have to be a reason to pick or choose. And in just today's market, I mean, within the release, you have this for this generation. You've got things like the Battle Damage Shredder and the Mirage Splinter. For the old school people, you've had the NECA movie figures from the 90s. You've got... And, plus NECA does the cartoons as well. There's just all sorts of different versions of the Turtles that everybody... There's something for everybody. I wish it were released in better quantity, but I'm going on a tirade. Or a little tangent, I should say. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Leave your comments down below what you think of this figure line and these turtles. And until next time, stay evil.